This smells very sweet.
Is there anything there?
Yeah, I'm getting sweet.
Hello? Are you in there?
It does kind of smell like air.
Yeah, I'm just getting general sweetness, like
Yeah.
a bourbon-y type of sweetness.
Yeah, a general sweetness.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
Nothing specific, but sweet.
There's not a lot going on in here. There's also not a lot going on around here because we're not really a whiskey review channel. We're just hanging out, having whiskey together.
We're a whiskey reaction channel?
Yeah, we're tasting this blind. It was drawn from a bunch of samples. It's got a number on the bottom that corresponds to a key, but we taste it blind to remove all the labels, hype, and bias, give you honest opinions, but you will see our personal preferences on display here. This smells pretty tame, and we tend to like a little bit of oomph in our whiskey. We're not always looking for the most tame thing, but we're going to smell it, taste it, give it a rating, and then we'll find out the price and see if that matches what we just tasted in the glass before we find out what we're drinking. It's a really consumer-focused way that we approach things around here because we want to know whether the whiskey's worth the money. And, you know, we'll talk about at the end whether this lines up with our experience. We've had non-blind, if we've ever had this before. And we'll also talk about who it's for.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, I'm Josh.
Oh, I'm Erin.
We are Stuff and Whiskey.
We are. Thank you for watching. Welcome.
Yeah. Let's get this sweet bourbon-esque flavored air smelling stuff down the hatch. Cheers. Interesting.
I need another sip. I need another first sip.
Yeah. It's somehow exactly what I expected, but also kind of not, too. It's sweet. It is sweet.
There's an underlying sweetness there. Okay, that first sip, something was wonky. I think I drank it weird or something because it tasted kind of not great. I don't want to say online what it tasted like. That second sip was better. I'm getting more oak.
Yeah.
But it is like just a general sweetness and some oak, and it might be kind of proofy.
I don't know, man. I don't know that it is proofy. I am getting age on this. I wasn't getting it on the nose, but on the palate. The finish on this thing is just going. It's like...
Yeah, I feel some power, though, like in the proof.
You know, sometimes like those kids' toys, they'll, like, a kid will activate it, and it will start just making a bunch of noise, and then the kid will leave the room.
And then it just keeps going.
And you're like, surely that thing's going to turn off, right?
Yeah.
Like, it can't just keep going, and it just keeps going. That's what this glass is doing. It's
Yeah.
still going.
Yeah. I don't know if it's age. I think it's proof.
I don't think so. I think it would come across, like, more pungent on the nose.
I don't think so.
I will say I'm getting a lot of sweetness, like a juicy fruit type of sweetness. Not the gum, but like a fruit that is juicy.
Just almost, a general fruit?
Almost like the cocktail cups. You know, the fruit cocktail cups with the syrup? It's almost like that. And then just like a lot of, like, not a lot of oak, but there's a prevalent oak note that just continues with the sweetness for quite a while.
Yeah, there's also... Whoa, excuse me. There's also like an underlying
a little backfire.
Drier sheet note that I'm getting on like the...
Is it more like bounce or downy? Is it cool cotton or is it linen breeze?
It's linen. So there's like a linen dryer sheet.
I have no clue if any of those are even things. I just made them up.
Wow, I feel like something got stuck in my throat. So there's like
Was it the finish of this?
It was like this right before the finish. What would you call that? The back palate?
Sure.
It's like a subtle undertone of like drier sheet, and I don't know if that's like a chemicaliness or a...
It's almost like I got you. It's like a freshness. It's like a...
But like an artificial freshness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the sweetness in here is kind of like that. I don't think... If you eat fruit by itself or you eat one of those fruit cocktail cups, the fruit cocktail cups is in and of itself a bit artificial.
Yeah.
With all that
syrup.
High fructose corn syrup in there. This has like an artificial sweetness in a way that I like, and it's riding out nicely on the finish as well.
What are you giving it?
I'm going to give this a thumbs up.
Yeah?
I'm still not getting a lot on the nose, or not as much as I want to get, but I am getting more than I was after taking a sip. And if you're at home and you're like, I never really get anything on the nose of pours, and we know a lot of people that say that, and we ourselves used to say that as well. And it's something...
I usually don't get a lot. Like, I get generalness.
Mm-hmm. But it is something that over time, the more you practice that muscle, the more you will be able to at least smell something. You might not be able to pinpoint exactly what it is that you're smelling, but I just kind of think like, all right, is this sweet or is this more earthy? Is it stinging my nostrils or is it more approachable? Mm-hmm. And this is very approachable to the point of being faint on the nose for me. But agree. But there's a good sweetness there, like we said off the rip, and then it's just carrying over to the palate. But like this finish is like a minute-long finish.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm thumbs up. Yeah. I like this.
I think I'm thumbs up too. I'm getting more nuances from it the more I sip it. Like there's a light carameliness, caramel, whatever, that thing. There's a little bit of that I'm getting. Mm-hmm. So like the more I sit with it, the more I get. So I do like that. So I'm going thumbs up as well. Yeah,
it's almost like a Jolly Rancher. It's almost like booze-soaked Jolly Ranchers or something. Like,
that seems a little too much.
I
don't agree.
Yeah, like
that's cool.
Okay.
You want to find out what it is?
Yeah, this is like...
Or how much it costs first?
Yeah, this is $68 in our key. I would assume that this is like, honestly, it's probably a special release and it's probably like $70 to $100 or more.
Okay.
But I like it for this is something I wouldn't grab when I wanted a really nuanced pour, but when I just wanted something sweet and enjoyable to sip while we're watching a movie or something, this would be a great thing to grab.
So it is $125.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. So you might be right on the age too. I feel like something this price is probably older.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out what it is.
120. Okay, hang on. Let me think about
this.
Are
you staying?
What are you doing?
For me, I have to go to Just Okay. Like it's fine. It's not bad, but I don't know if I would spend $125 on this specific pour, this drink. I would take that money and spend it on something I like a little bit more. That's more to my exact palate.
Yeah. Listen to me carefully because this matters. I personally do tend to prefer higher proof, and I don't love spending $125 for what seems to be a lower proof pour, but it is really sweet, which I like. And the finish does last quite a while, which I like. Mm-hmm. And I do like to have a bottle of something like this around the house for when I want an elevated, lower proof pour. So, I'm kind of putting this in that same wheelhouse as something like, an Old Forester 1924 or a Michter's 10-year bourbon or rye. I'm not saying this tastes like any of those things because it doesn't. This actually kind of tastes like a finished rye to me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
But
I can see that.
It has a very bourbon-friendly sweetness to it, and I like having a bottle of something like this around. Like this last year, sought out an Old Granddad 16-year and a Knob Creek 21, both 100 proof, easier sipping experiences that I don't reach for all the time, but I like having a bottle, and this is something that I would put in that kind of like wheelhouse of some of those pours. I'm not saying it's the same quality or even taste the same, but
it would be grouped with that in like your
high quality, low proof pours that I want to have at least one bottle of around the house at all times. And if I could get this, if this is available, then do I think it's worth $125? Look, I'd rather pay $70 for it.
Yeah.
But things cost what they cost, and I probably would buy a bottle of this if I just had this experience and were able to purchase the bottle and didn't have other low proof, high quality, easy sippers around the house. Hopefully those caveats make sense. Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down. Find out what we're drinking.
We're drinking.
68 is?
Oh. It's a 2024 High West Bourye.
Oh. Wow,
and it is 92 proof.
I was going to say, that's low proof.
Is it older?
Wow.
I don't know. It's just Bourye, and that makes it different.
This is a great question. You guys are seeing the information on screen right now. If I can find it.
Thanks to Peter Fasciano at Whiskey is a Journey.
Yeah, Peter Fasciano at Whiskey is a Journey. Great guy, great channel. Yeah. Check Peter out. He says he's whiskey promiscuous, and he tries all different types of whiskey. I think he did send us some samples, and he did in the box. His label for this one, which we transferred it into a sample jar that matches the rest of our pool. Mm-hmm. But his label for this one was, I believe, one of his most disappointing purchases of 2024 or 2025 because of the price tag.
And it is kind of soft in its approach. So I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that, thinking it's going to be something super awesome and then being like, it's just kind of regular.
Now, here's what's interesting. We don't tend to like Bourye all that much because a lot of Bourye have this kind of weird breadiness that we've found, especially me, that I don't really like. I don't like my whiskey tasting like a loaf of bread, fresh baked or pre-baked or whatever. Like, I just don't.
I don't hate it. I love bread.
But bread down in my belly.
Carbs. Give me the warm carbs.
But High West Bourye is something that like Dan Shook over at the Bourbon Junkies loves that product. I don't think we've ever tried it, but what's funny
we have now.
Is that we got bourbon sweetness, but I was thinking it might be a finished rye.
You did say that, yeah.
So
look at you.
I think it's a blend of some of High West's own distillate that they have made up in Utah, blended with older MGP stocks as well.
All right.
So I don't know the percentages or the ratios of is the bourbon in here old MGP bourbon blended with High West younger rye or vice versa, or a blend of young and old from both places. I don't know.
We don't know.
But it is a limited release every year. Having now tried this one, would I buy another bottle next? If I ran into a 2025 release or a 2026 release of this, would I buy it based on the expectations that this has put up?
Would you?
If I could get it at 125, I would begrudgingly buy it. Again, I want to pay $70 for this, but it is a limited release, and we taste things blind to remove the label's hype and bias, but as a whiskey enthusiast myself, I like having bottles around that maybe are harder to get to share with friends and give them special experiences as well. So I would try to rationalize that I'm paying $75 for the whiskey that I'm purchasing, and the other $50 that I would be paying would go towards the experience of letting other friends who are over here.
I mean, they do say pay for experiences, so.
Yeah. So that's where I would land on this. But you've landed here on this video. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
If you want to join our Patreon community and get access to some of our barrel picks, or just get plugged into the best dang whiskey community on planet Earth, and maybe you even want to try to find a sample of High West Bourye or a bottle. Maybe somebody in a state near you or far away could help send you down the right track. All that stuff is available on Patreon, Discord, all that stuff. It's all down there in the link. And while you're down there, like the video if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content.
It really does help our channel out, so thank you for all that you do, and be good to each other, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Bourye.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
I don't think we've had a Bourye in a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't tend to put them in the pool because I don't like them usually.
Yeah.
I did like this.
Pretty good.
Would you say, so some people say Bourye because it's B-O-U.
Yeah, I don't know.
R-Y-E.
I didn't know how to say it.
But you don't say bourbon. You say bourbon.
Bourbon.
You say bourbon and rye. So bourbon and rye together would be Bourye.
Yeah.
But so many people say Bourye, which is, to be fair, more fun to say. It's more fun to say Bourye. Like booyah.
Sure.
Booyah, Grandma. You remember that? You don't remember those Crash Bandicoot commercials?
The what?
Crash Bandicoot?
I don't know what that is.
Are you speaking English?